Somewhere right now, a teenager is hiding their screen when their parents walks in. And somewhere else, a parent is silently sitting and worrying, not knowing what to do. Two people, same house, same pain, but no conversation. So today we bridge this gap because behind every habit, there is a story waiting to be understood. Welcome to the another episode of Monkeyfied podcast. Today we are going to understand why teenagers get hooked on porn or social media and how to break free without shame. Let me ask you something. Why is that a teenager can say, I will just watch one video and suddenly it turns into 1 hour, sometimes more? Why do they know it's not good for them and still go back to do that again and again? And why do parents feel so frustrated, angry, and helpless watching this happen? Today, I'm not here to judge any teenagers, nor I'm going to blame any parents. I'm here to reveal a truth that most people miss. This is not a problem of character. This is a problem of wiring. And once you understand it, everything changes. Talking about teenagers' brain, it is something like, a car with strong engine but weak brakes. Imagine giving a 16-year-old a sports car, powerful engine but with weak brakes. That's exactly how teenage brain works. Part of the brain that feels pleasure, that is the dopamine system, that is very strong. But part that controls the impulses, that is prefrontal cortex, and that is still developing. So what happens? You have strong desire but weak control. That's why teenagers often say, I know this is wrong, but I still do it. This is not stupidity. This is biology. Now, what is this dopamine trap? Let's simplify this dopamine. Dopamine is not just pleasure. It's a feeling of I want more. Right? Every time we feel that I want more. And every time a teenager scrolls new video, that's where dopamine hit happens. New like, then again dopamine. New image, right? That's dopamine. Porn takes this even further. A high novelty, high stimulation, and instant reward. It's like giving the brain fast food again and again. Now, here is a danger. The brain starts saying, why work hard for slow reward when I can get instant pleasure? So, slowly, children feel studying something like a very boring. Real conversations feel very dull. Effort feels painful. And this is how dreams quietly starts fading. Now, there is always a hidden emotional truth which people don't talk about. This is the most important part which people miss. Teenagers are not just chasing pleasure. They are escaping pain. Behind this excessive scrolling or porn, there is often some sort of loneliness. Now, when we say loneliness, as a parent, people might think that no, everybody are there at home, they are not loneliness. No, that is not the case. Loneliness can be, it's a lack of a transparent conversation, right? Another problem is pressure to perform. When all other children are doing quite well, one person feels that, oh, I am not able to perform in that same way, right? So in the society, we always wanted to perform much better, but that doesn't happen. So kids feel little bit pressure inside. Another problem is fear of not being enough. Comparison is the main problem here, right? So, fear of not being enough. Then comes the confusion about identity. Teenagers are always confused. I mean, most of the cases, what do they want? What do they have to become? All that. And most of these things comes from the society as well, actually. So it becomes too deep confusion for them about their identity. So when a teenager watches or scrolls, they're not just consuming the content, they are escaping a feeling. Perhaps they may not know this. They are really not aware of these things. And the habit, right, that develops this scrolling. Now, when they are escaping a feeling, that's why even when you block the app, the habit finds another way. Because the real problem is not the screen, the real problem is the emotion underneath. Now, why parents get it wrong? Now, let's talk about parents. Parents see this behavior and think, oh, my child is addicted, they are wasting their future. So, what they do? They control, they punish, they shout, and here is what the teenager feel. What do they think? These parents don't understand me. I can't be open with them. I have to hide more. And now a dangerous cycle begins. Parents control, teenagers resist. Then comes the punishment, then a secrecy get developed. The more you tighten the grip, the more they slip away. And the hard truth is, fear may change behavior temporarily, but it destroys permanently. The secret nobody talks about. And here is the deepest truth. Teenagers are not addicted to porn or social media. They are attached to the feeling it gives them. That feeling could be escape, validation, excitement, control. Right? But parents always think that they are doing all these things only for pleasure. No, that is wrong. Now, if you remove the habit, but not the actual need, then the habit comes back in another form. That's why punishment fails, because it fights only the symptom, not the source. Now, how teenagers can break free? If you are a teenager and listening to this, this is for you. Do not fight yourself. First, understand yourself. Try a few simple shifts. So, first one is pause before action. Before you take the phone and then start scrolling, or you're watching something, ask a question to yourself. What am I really feeling right now? Secondly, name the emotion. When you name it, it becomes a little bit more clear. Is it boredom? Are you feeling really loneliness? Or are you stressed about something? Just name that emotion. Then replace. Don't remove. When I say replace that emotion, right? You should not be really suppressing or trying to remove that particular emotion. For example, if you're feeling low, then immediately talk to a friend. If you're feeling bored, then creating something would help you. If you're feeling very restless, then move your body. Maybe try to go for a walk, run, or maybe cycle. You don't quit habits, you really outgrow them. Now, what parents can do? If you are a parent, then this part is for you. Your child doesn't need more control. They need more connection. Instead of saying, stop using your phone, try saying, I'm trying to understand what do you enjoy about it. Right? That changes the perspective. Instead of punishment, create more conversations. Instead of fear, build more trust. And instead of control, offer some guidance. Because at end of the day, a child who feels safe with you will open up. A child who feels judged will always hide. And healing can only happen in the open conditions, not in hiding. So here is what I want you to remember. This is not a story of addiction. This is a story of a young mind trying to understand itself in a world designed to distract it. So to the teenagers, you are not weak. You are wired and you can rewire them for your better future. To parents, your child is not lost. They are just unheard. And when trying to understand, that will replace judgment. That is a time the real transformation begins. If this spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear this, a parent, a friend, or even yourself. Because sometimes the biggest change begins with a simple understanding. Thank you and see you in the next episode.